Hey, happy full moon's Pisces. We're gonna do a little Pisces reading. I wasn't intending to do a reading, so this is kind of impromptu. This energy is treating you well. I was tired all day, and suddenly in the evening I'm feeling like, yes. As a Pisces, yes. So we'll knock this out and continue doing my things. Okay, I'm gonna use this. It's a moon witch oracle, perhaps. I think. Just a minute, my love. Thank you, baby. I love kisses. Okay, 2 flipped over. Sit down, please. Just a minute. Sit. Wait for me. Wait. Sorry, guys. Okay, so actually, so many flipped over. So we'll take the top one. Vision. Get clear on what you want. And don't mind the nails. Lots of life happening. These cards are so pretty. Alright, so we'll do that, and then we'll see what's on the bottom. 13. Divine Feminine, step into your power. Got like the Kundalini rising through the heart. Right. Alright. We're gonna use this. Use 2 new decks today, just because it's fun. Oh, this is the, I believe it's the Essential Tarot. Yeah. Another vibrant, incredibly vibrant cards. Like vibrant on black. Anyways, this, Pisces energy is really lovely. It's full moons are about releasing, right? And it being in Pisces, it's as if there's a releasing of 12th house energy, like potential toxicity. I mean, you might have thoughts of having done these things, but this feels like movement forward. It really does. Vision. Get clear on what you want. Anything else with this spirit? Love that. I'm going to put that back on top. Woo! Okay. So, we have the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Swords, and the 10 of Swords. Wow. I'm getting the wheel turning is bringing clarity to some deep pain. And maybe this pain was even hidden with this moon energy at the top. Let's see at the bottom what we got. 10 of Wands. And it's been a burden. Like I said, it's about to fall off too. Yeah, 3 of Swords. 10 of Wands. And the Kundalini's on this one too. Rising up out of this burden. Yes. Well, all 3 of these have snakes. Wheel of Fortune has snakes. Sun and the Moon. And then the Ace of Swords also has a snake. All these snakes are heading downward, but in the feminine, it's heading upward. I really do like this, though. Seems like you're letting the wheel turn instead of stopping it. I don't know if this was... it's not necessarily Tower energy, but if you were holding on to patterns, that's keeping something stuck, right? But if you let the wheel turn instead of obstructing, this truth comes in about pain and a burden. We're going to set this here, and I'm going to see if it's going to give me anything else. If not, then we'll pull out another deck for a quick clarification on what this burden... The moon! The burden of not knowing. There's the moon again. You didn't know. You didn't know how much something was hurting you? Or maybe the not knowing is what was hurting you? 5 of Wands. Not knowing was having you in conflict. And that was enough to be burdened and hurting. So maybe that... Okay. There's... Admittedly, with Piscean energy, there's a little naivete here. And the moon is Pisces energy. That's why the sword's here. The not allowing yourself to just see a truth. I'm just gonna say we kept ourselves in conflict. Wow, there's so much dirt on my fingers. I'm sorry. I'm doing a lot of things. Sometimes I am guilty of this consistently. Sometimes staying in conflict feels like not accepting something because then you don't accept it. So it's like, oh, well, it's still up in the air. I'll focus on other things. Like, but how long can you do that, truly? Not indefinitely. And 5 is change. 10, 10, 5. 10, 10, 10. 5. So what's the other? No, the Wheel of Fortune is just 10. What's interesting here is that there isn't even really emotions in here anymore. There's some water on the moon card, I guess. I mean, it is meant to be water, but it barely appears to be so. Man, if there's something you haven't been letting yourself accept... And here's the thing. Accept it for what it appears to be, right? If you're wrong, then you're wrong, and that can be clarified in the future. But if something, let's say, quacks like a duck and walks like a duck, perhaps it's a duck. And that's not to say you're chastising a person, situation, thing for being not what you want it to be. We'll just say that. Like, because not accepting it would make me feel as though it's something you weren't wanting to accept. And, or maybe this is a good thing that we struggled to accept because of own self-limiting doubts in whatever capacity. Let the wheel turn. See a truth. See the burden and pain. Maybe even sit in it and feel it. It's one thing I heard some readers, mystics, just talk about with this full moon. It might be a good time to just give yourself, we'll just say even an hour, in my opinion. It seems like a fair amount of time to not necessarily sit in active meditation, but to say, okay, for this hour, I'm not going to repress any feelings that come up. I mean, just start there. And if it's cathartic enough, maybe you'll do it more in the future. But for this hour, I'm not going to be avoidant. We're like the good, the bad, the genuine hopes, genuine fears. And then with that, I think you'll open yourself up to the good. Right? Once you see what you don't want, see it. Don't sit in it. And shift. Shift into divine feminine. Step into your power. If you can think it, you can become it. You can make it happen. If you don't like where you are, you can make new decisions. Anyways, I'm just babbling at this point a little bit, but I do like this. This is great. Attempt to harness this energy if you can. It's like driven and thoughtful and warm and fuzzy at the same time. For me, personally. But hope this finds you well, and have a happy full moon. Take care.